This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my video looking at upgrades you can make to the Ahsoka minifigures, plus a few other figures that aren't from Ahsoka sets but do appear in the show. So let's go and take a look at them. Warning, from this moment on there will be spoilers to everything up to and including the finale for Ahsoka, so if you have not watched the finale yet, I would not recommend watching this because I will be talking about plot details and certain things about characters, and one of them will be included with a piece that is a more minor spoiler, but still is a spoiler for the finale. So now going into it, we can start off with the figures that aren't from the sets, but still can use some upgrades. First is Thrawn, and there is another piece you can use to upgrade him, which I don't own yet. It is to I believe it's the sushi chef from Lego Ninjago, and it is white legs with black boots on the bottom. I'm not going to be buying it yet, but it can be used to upgrade Thrawn. And this piece, although makes him look a little more like he does in Legends, you still get this look on him. I think it gives you a little better look at him since his shoulders are gold. You can see the little pieces here that are gold, but this just helps him complete the look and makes him look just a little bit more impressive. The next figure is Ahsoka from the first flashback, which is her in our seasons 3 to 5 outfit, which is, although a little inaccurate, it is what you see. And this is a figure I actually picked up recently, and I decided to, just for this one, include the head from the newer Ahsoka, so you could take a look at what that looks like, and gave her a brighter green lightsaber for her second lightsaber, since it is a different green, but the original one includes a lightsaber that's the same green. So yeah, this can be used to upgrade this Ahsoka, and it is just a nice little inclusion. This is the head from the Clone Wars one, from the Hover Tank and Mandalore battle. But so I just like it as, an alternate design. And yeah, honestly, it's a cool little inclusion. Next figure is Ahsoka from the Siege of Mandalore, and this one is honestly just me having a little fun. I put the older Clone Wars head on her, and because I had an extra one, these are from a magnet set that had Ahsoka. I still managed to find the head and tails, but I don't know what happened to the body for the magnet. I put her in her more classic Clone Wars setup, but also to make things a little different, I put the older head tail on, which is more accurate in length. She has the blue lightsabers, but if you want to take it off, you can use the one that was used for it that has a correct headpiece. And yeah, see, that looks nice. I don't really hate the older one like other people do, but still it serves as just a nice little upgrade and a cool inclusion. That goes through all the figures that aren't officially part of it, but there is one that isn't one of the sets, but I had to upgrade my version of him because I don't own him yet, and that is Chopper. This is the Chopper from the Rebels sets, and I think that this is, a little bit better. I don't remember fully if his body is white or gray in the show, but this one is the better figure. The head is definitely better, and the upgrade I added to him is, if you want to represent his satellite dish, I think the stud on top of his head doesn't really work. It doesn't look that great, but if you use this light gray hero jump piece, it represents a lot better, sticking out, and I think looks just a lot better. It is not perfect. I wish it was, just a little smaller, but I think that if anything, this is the best option you have for having Chopper with his radar dish extended. Now placing him there, we can go take a look at the ones that are officially in the sets, starting off with Morgan Elsbeth, who is the one that I want to discuss with the spoiler elements, and that is her new blade. This is the blade of Mother Talzin, and it does serve as her kind of version of a lightsaber. Now, there are two ways you can do this. If you notice that it is a round hilt with a blade popping out, and it does have a green glow. That's why I used this sword piece. I believe it was in some Ninjago sets. I personally didn't get them, but I found this piece laying around the house and kind of just kept it to the side because I felt like I could use it one day, and today's that day because I felt like this was the best piece they could have used for the Darksaber. If they just made this in a transparent black, that'd be the best piece they could have used. And this is from a few years ago, so that does work a lot better. But if you want it in the more traditional sword state, there's also this one in silver you could use. And if you also wanted, you could probably put green Sharpie or something around it. But I think that this does not look as good, and I'd rather have it sort of be more Darksaber-like and use this, which I think is the best one to have a look at. The second piece is this little green fire, which is from the Hero Blaster accessory pieces, and when I talked about the set that came with her, I thought that this didn't come in green, mainly because I was thinking of Doctor Strange and how he used orange ones when I was thinking of him using the Time Stone. But it does. It came at least in the Superman and Lobo set, and probably a few other ones. Not sure exactly, but you can take a look at that. And yeah, so that helps upgrade her, and is the best upgrades to make her look accurate. If you also want, you could use the orb from the Guardians of the Galaxy sets, which I don't know where it is, to represent the map. Now to look at the three figures that need the most upgrades, we start off with Shin Hati, who is probably has two upgrades, just like Balin, but this helps. The first is buying an orange lightsaber blade to more accurately represent the color of her lightsaber from the show. And yeah, this makes her look a lot better. I ordered the two of these the moment I bought the set with them, because that is an essential upgrade, unlike Thrawn, which is more of a nice upgrade. You could also give her this brown Jedi robe, which is just, a brown cape, which is on her throughout the show. And yeah, honestly, it's a nice little upgrade and a cool figure. But again, the orange lightsaber is an essential since they give her a red one. It does exist in orange, so I'd highly recommend buying that. The next figure is Balin, who is honestly probably my favorite from the show. At least, from during it, because Thrawn I enjoy more, but from the show specifically and what we saw, I enjoyed Balin a lot more. So sad that Ray Stevenson passed away, and especially with the big crazy twist of him going and looking on the Mortis statues, I want to see more from him. So, as I mentioned in my review of that episode, I think they should recast him because he seems to have a big story going forward. But again, I added the black cape on him and the orange lightsaber to more accurately represent his lightsaber. Now, for the final minifigure, we have Ahsoka, and you have two upgrades mainly for her. This adds this gray cape, which is from Jyn Erso. And originally, I wasn't too sure, but actually I do like it. I'm going to buy a second one for this Ahsoka figure because I think it gives you a cool little different look of her. And it was mainly her cape was going to the sides. And then there was these two Ventress lightsaber hilts, which serve a lot better to represent her lightsabers. And Yeah, honestly, I think you could also, if you really wanted to, use Dooku's lightsaber hilt as one of them, since they are slightly different lengths, but I like this a lot more. I think it looks a lot better, and they look more uniform like this. There's also my recommendations from upgrading her to Ahsoka the White, which I did put on a Bricklink, like the links to Bricklink, and put on a post on the community page, which I'll link below. And although I don't have the pieces here because I don't want to order it yet, they were white torso from a character from Jurassic World, since it gave the illusion of kind of a cape continuing, and the legs from a Hoth Trooper, which I think gave it nice details, and then obviously I think it was a white cape, and finally just having this Ahsoka figure. So I'll include a link to that post in the description because I currently didn't buy that, but I think that's a great way to upgrade this to Ahsoka the White until I at least release the official figure. I'm not sure how long that will be. And yeah, honestly, I think we'll definitely be seeing a new version of Thrawn and a few other of the characters. There's also really nothing I can do to upgrade Anakin right now, because I think that you either use the version from the Mustafar set with a non-dirty torso, or you could use the upgraded Clone Wars one, but I think it's really necessary to show those off. There's not going to be too much of a change for that. And for Hera, I don't really have any upgrade ideas. Even though I don't own that version of the Ghost yet, I think that it still is upgrade you can make is really nothing for her. Jason, you could add a green hairpiece. I'm not too sure which one works the best for him. And you don't need to upgrade the other characters from that. There's no upgrade ideas for Sabine, and I don't have anything, good for Hu Ying. You could add extra arms onto his back, but I'm not going to be doing that. I feel like it's not necessary to show off. And yeah, honestly, I think these are the big upgrades you can make. And I want to know what you think. There's also one thing with Morgan Elsbeth that you can't really change, and that is her eyes being fully black. And I don't think I could do that, since, it would require like an older minifigure style head without pupils, and it would require destroying the current figure to create that effect, and I don't think that's necessary. And yeah, honestly, I don't have really any ideas also to make Ezra, because I don't really know if there's any headpiece that has his skin tone with the beard on it. But if you do know of a piece, you can let me know, because I think that we'll also be getting an Ezra figure soon, since he is back in the main galaxy now, and will probably be helping, hopefully, Luke fight Thrawn. But who knows, because we're not sure if Ahsoka and Sabine will be returning to the main galaxy or not. But yeah, honestly, there's also there's one thing. I heard that people are saying that you could use the Mandalorian arms from the more upgraded figure on Sabine, but I don't like that really, because it has the Mudhorn symbol on it, so I didn't show that upgrade off either. But it is an option, and you can do it. It would be from this version of the Mandalorian. So yeah, honestly, let me know what you think of these upgrades. And I have a little bonus also. I will be doing a quick pause, and I'll be showing off those upgrades to Captain Hellion from the video I had a few weeks ago, because I have the Thrawn figure out for this, so I can show off those upgrades, promoting him to either Admiral or Grand Admiral, and also him with a head of Yularen. So after a brief jump cut, you'll see those upgrades. Okay, now to go into this little extra bonus section, I have the figures you will be needing for this, being Thrawn, an Admiral, and the Hellion figure I showed off a few weeks ago. And to start off, this is Hellion, just in his basic form. as a captain with a more accurate white mustache. Looking at the front and back side, it is, just looks a little bit better, but the figure is like, I think, like over $100 now. I got him for a pretty good price a few years ago, but he has gone up. So I think that it's, not really an easy upgrade to make. But since I do own him, I decided to show it off. The next figure you can use is an Admiral. This is Ray Salone from the TIE Bomber earlier this year, and the only easy one to obtain. At least right now. There's other ones you probably can get, but this is the one I definitely know I have. So I can once again go and pop off the head of Pelion. Oh, and this is of Yularen, and place it on to now the Admiral body. I'm not going to switch out the legs for now, but now you can see what he would look like as an Admiral, as he was in the Thrawn duology and other points, but that's mainly why I know him as an Admiral from. And for the final one, I'm not going to be switching out the hands on Thrawn. So popping that off and going behind and popping off the head of Yularen. You could place that on, and the white hair from Yularen, and create Grand Admiral Pelion from his later years in life up to his murder. And these are all nice upgrades you can make to him. I prefer him in the Captain version, since that's probably the most classic version of him. Although I would be willing to do the Admiral version, but there is no way I'm going to be getting a Grand Admiral version unless they release a new version of Thrawn, and I could get that for a pretty cheap price. But yeah, honestly, let me know what you think of those upgrades, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.